Welcome to Diving into Schoology courses. As we reviewed in the Do Now, courses are the backbone of where teachers will teach and students will learn online. So before we get started, we want to tell you a little bit more about courses. There are a variety of different tools available in courses. We're going to call these course materials. So over the course of this entire training, you're going to understand courses from soup to nuts. How do you build your course in Schoology that takes what you would have done in person and transitions it online? Think of your course as everything you would do in person with your students. So this is an opportunity for you to be able to distribute and organize class materials, like maybe your handbook, syllabus, or even provide them with direct instruction. You can give assignments, you can grade student work, and make announcements and create a class calendar with due dates for their work. Within a course, there are 3 different types of materials and tools that we're going to use in Schoology that we're going to walk through in a very detailed way throughout this course. So the first group of items is called informational content and informational tools. This is a category that's going to tell us a little bit more about how to use folders and pages to organize information within your course to make it easier for students. We're also, through informational content tools, talk a lot about file uploading, links, and external tools. Think of it as a space where you're going to be organizing your content and direct instruction and how you're going to deliver that information to your students. Another category is called interactive content. Think of this as any of the tools that you'll use in your class to make it engaging for students. So things like discussions, how to include your synchronous lessons, assignments, that could be classwork or homework, and any type of formative assessment, whether that's an exit ticket, a do now, or any other check for understanding. We're also going to spend some time over this course focusing on grading any of those graded items. And a whole nother category that we'll be focusing on in this course is around course communications and ways that you can communicate with your students. So things like using announcements and updates, how to leverage the calendar and assignment due dates, as well as even using media albums. So as I mentioned, there are a few different ways to organize informational content that we're going to walk through over the entire next module. In your course, when we talk about course materials, we're talking about when you're in your course and you click on Add Materials, all of these things here are essentially course materials. Within this list, you have items that are for organizing and for information, like folders and pages, files, links, and external tools. And you also have things that are engaging, like assignments, formative assessments, and discussions. So we'll go over all of these throughout this entire training. The slides at the bottom of this page include these additional details to learn more about how to use it, why you might use something, as well as some additional notes to think about. As I mentioned, there's some interactive and graded tools within Schoology. Discussions, assignments, and assessments are going to be the big ones that we are going to refer to. We've grouped media albums into the communication tools because you can't grade this item, even though it is very interactive and could be a possible opportunity for our students to engage. We're going to be diving into these in a lot more detail so that you know how to create these items and how to use them within Schoology throughout this course. In the next few lessons, we're going to dig into the differences between courses, groups, and resources, mainly because we're going to really be digging into how groups and resources relate